football team will get underway this Saturday against ACC opponent UNC. Last year's squad posted the record of 5-6, and a big reason for their success came by the hands of Aaron Millett. Literally. Millett caught 113 passes for over 1,600 yards last year. Here's head coach Jason Swepson on what he thinks his senior receiver can do this year.
The thing I'm excited about Aaron right now is that he's healthy. Last year he played about 6 or 7 games with a bad ankle. So, if we can stay healthy and we can increase his touchdown production, I believe last year he ended the season with 12 touchdowns. We really need to double that for us to be, making that championship run.
Drills, workouts, training, and staying fit. One Elon student is doing double duty in 2 very different activities. Reporter Naima Abdullahi brings you more.
Senior Andrew Creech displays patriotism when you see him. He wears his uniform like a badge of honor and is very proud of his decision to enlist in the Army. Creech also shows off his love for the Army through his tattoos.
The one on my wrist is cross rifles. It's the insignia of the infantry in the Army. The dog tags inside are used to identify the soldier in case they're destroyed in battle. It's more the symbolism of the phoenix, the fresh start and new birth. The inside words say, "We will rise from the ashes" in Latin.
Not only does he dedicate his time to the Army, Creech also participates in an unconventional Division I athletic sport. What started off as a dare from his hallmates 3 years ago became an addition to his already routine lifestyle.
A lot are really surprised. I guess they see, the Army guy, they see the tattoos, and they would never guess that someone like me would be a cheerleader.
Creech dedicates over 10 hours a week to cheerleading, from the beginning of the school year towards the end of March.
It's a lot of full body strength. You have to have the legs to get them up there. You have to have the arms to hold girls in the air. And it's a lot of focus and concentration while they're in the air also.
Whether he's training for the Army or cheering on the field, Creech says that he's constantly giving his all.
All the strengths that I use for cheerleading I use in the Army and vice versa. So me being in shape for one helps with the other. My leadership has expanded, and I feel like I can go out there and conquer the world now.
Naima Abdullahi, Elon Local News.
In front of a record crowd at Rhodes Stadium, Elon's men's soccer team kicked off their season against visiting rival High Point. Last year, the 2 squads battled to a scoreless draw, but High Point leads the all-time series 27-11. Here we go, first match of the season. Right away, a High Point free kick and a nice save by Elon's goalkeeper, Nathan Dean. Elon would strike first in this game with some good possession and a nice cross into the box and a perfect header by forward Chris Howard that would give Elon an early 1-0 lead. But High Point would answer with a flurry of first-half goals. In the 25th minute, Adam Storm heads in a nice cross to tie up the game at 1, giving the raucous High Point crowd something to cheer about. And just 30 seconds later, Adam Sewell would head in another High Point cross. Then, in the 34th minute, Ben Burden would take advantage of an Elon defensive mistake and slip another shot past Dean for High Point's 3rd goal. Down 3-1, Elon would respond with a Daniel Lovitz header in the 54th minute to cut the lead to just 1. But in the 66th minute, High Point would again make it a 2-goal lead with a nice strike by Leon Carby from outside the box. Elon had some opportunities late in the game to try to get back in it, but every time the Phoenix swarmed the goal, the ball could just not find the back of the net. When the game ended, the final score was High Point 4, Elon 2. Ahead this week in sports, the women's volleyball team will play North Carolina A&T on Wednesday. On Thursday, the women's soccer team will look for their 2nd win of the season against Coastal Carolina. And women's volleyball will go at it again on Friday against Gardner-Webb. Later on in the week, the football team will travel to Chapel Hill in its season opener against UNC. More action on Saturday as the women's volleyball team will take on Alabama and the men's soccer team will face Campbell in its 2nd game of the season.